So what's going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 6 of our Tottenham Crew Mode on the PS4 FIFA 15, and we're going to be kicking off this episode looking at a squad report, and I'm very pleased with how the players are progressing. I was hoping that people like Eriksen would have already gone up at least by 1, but I suppose when you've got Paul Pogba that's already gone up by 2, and Nyang that's gone up by 1, and Lacazette has also gone up by 1, there are a lot of players that are progressing nicely. Obviously I prefer it if a lot more players are progressing, but I suppose not everyone is going to be progressing. But also Ross Barkley is now an 80 rated centre attacking mid. He's already gone up +2. Also Adnan Januzaj has gone up +1 to a 76 rated. And also about potential transfers in the January transfer window. You guys wanted me to swap Danny Rose for Van Aanholt from Sunderland, which I will probably do because I believe that could be a good deal, because Danny Rose isn't the best of players in my opinion, and I believe that someone of Van Aanholt's ability will actually be able to play a lot better than Danny Rose, maybe have more potential. But we do have our first game in this episode, which was going to be in the Europa League up against Salzburg. And I always think they're an American team, but they're not actually an American team. But we did put out probably a quite strong squad considering it was the Europa League. But we did actually start with Hugo Lloris in goal. They do actually get the first chance of the game, and unfortunately for us, they do actually score it. It was a really good through ball to them, and they looped the ball over top of Lloris into back of net. So only 6 minutes on the clock, they had scored the first goal of the game. But we did get a good chance as Danny Rose plays the ball to Ross Barkley. He tries a finesse, but wow, that was just a real poor effort from him there. But Ross Barkley once again comes through, but this time the goalkeeper does make a fantastic save to deny us from getting ourselves back on level terms. But Taunton does very well, stops the ball, cuts inside, takes on 2 players, he keeps on going, he has a good shot, but once again the goalkeeper matches it with a really good save, and they do then manage to get the ball clear. Until the last chance of the game in the 90th minute, they do get a good chance, but thankfully for us, Lloris makes a save. But a very poor performance from us. The highest rated was a 6.5 from Nyang. So in all actual fact, I was very disappointed with our performance, and it was our first defeat in the Europa League so far. So the next game in the Europa League we would have to win, because otherwise we might not even get top spot. Obviously we want top spot, because if you get top spot you play second place in the other groups, instead of if you finish second you play first place in the other groups. So that's the reason being we want to finish top. But the next game in this episode was going to be up against Manchester City. They were currently sitting 2 places behind us. We were currently in 5th, they were currently in 7th, and they had a very strong squad out for this one. They had Yaya Toure, who is a player that I would love to sign, but maybe I'll try and sign him in January, but I'm not actually sure whether I'm going to have enough money to try and sign a player of Yaya Toure's quality. Or maybe have to try and swap someone like Paulinho for Yaya Toure. But the first chance game does actually fall to us, and thankfully we converted it as Lacazette run through, a lovely touch from him, and he fires the ball past Willy Caballero into the back of the net, and we put ourselves 1-0 up at the Etihad Stadium. And what a fantastic ball it was over top from Christian Eriksen, and Alexander Lacazette finished the ball expertly into the bottom corner, putting it past the Argentinian international Willy Caballero. But the next chance of the game does actually fall to us once again. Paulinho cuts inside, has a good shot, but Willy Caballero does do very well to actually close angles down, and unfortunately Paulinho's shot does go wide of the post. They do get good chances. Khedira plays the ball through to Jovetic, comes to Milner, and that is absolute world class save from Hugo Lloris. And I was so pleased he hadn't actually managed to save that. Lamela does come very close, but Willy Caballero tips the ball over the bar. But like I was saying, Hugo Lloris, in my actual opinion, I believe he is one of the best goalkeepers in the game. I haven't played a goalkeeper that's actually better than him. It's because he saves every single shot that goes to him, he saves. And I don't know how he does it, but he makes some fantastic saves. And to be honest, if it wasn't for Lloris, we would not be up the top of the table as where we are at the moment. But the last game in this episode was going to be at White Hart Lane up against the Saints. It was going to be them, who are currently sitting in 16th place with only 6 points, and we were currently sitting in 5th. So we're trying to push ourselves up the table a little bit more as we want to secure the Champions League spot for next season. But they do have a player that I really do I'm thinking of trying to buy, because Graziano Pelle, even though he's not the quickest player in the world, he is so good in this game. And actually he shows how good he is there with a brilliant shot, but thankfully for us the ball does go wide of the post. But we do get a good chance here as Lacazette runs down the wing, plays the ball over the top to Harry Kane. Harry Kane does very well, but unfortunately he can only hit the inside of the post, and they do then manage to get the ball clear as Harry Kane does manage to regain possession. He whips the ball in the box to Paul Pogba, but unfortunately for us, Alderweireld does actually win the header, and they get the ball out to harm's way. But Harry Kane once again gets another good chance, but he puts this ball into the side of the nets, and that was pretty much the last good chance of the game as Lacazette comes through, has a shot from distance, as he comes inside, but he hits the side netting, as did Harry Kane with the earlier chance. They do get a good chance here, as Gardos picks up the ball, plays the ball to Graziano Pele, and Hugo Lloris makes a save. But that's actually it for this episode. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to hit the like button down below, and it's very much appreciated, and I really do hope to see you next time. Bye bye.